Well, howdy there. Welcome once again to the Double M Farm. As you can see, I am back on the pond again today. Wow, up to 9 minutes already? Well, you won't see 9 minutes. I'll edit some of that out. No need that being 9 minutes long. But what we're doing, since you last visited the pond site, is we got the pipe in, and we got the dam built. There you see the other end of the pipe. I think last video the pipe stopped about right here. So I put in a coupling and added some more pipe and finished filling in the dam. And as you can see, I've been driving on it and packing it. And we're pretty much where we want to be. Just going to keep adding some more to it and packing before I raise the water level. And we got a huge rain about a week ago. Well, 4 days ago. Probably 3.5 inches in about 8-10 hours. Just a gully washer. And water was really flowing down through here faster than that 8-inch pipe could handle. It really came up and the dam held. Nothing washed away. So I'm very pleased with that. But I'm going to continue adding and packing. I wanted some more dirt. I want to widen it a little bit right there so that I'm more comfortable driving across, so I'm not so close to the edge. So I needed a little more dirt to widen it, and then some more to put here where it's making ruts as it settles, and keep packing. So what I'm doing is just cleaning out around the edge here. I'm staying above. There's about 3 foot of water. I know it doesn't look like it on camera, but there's about 3 foot deep of water right there. And I'm trying to stay above that because I want dry clay. It'll be easier to spread and pack. So I'm staying above the water level and just cleaning out around the edge of the pond here and get me a pretty good pile of clay here. And rather than load it in dumpy and fill him and back him up 20-30 feet and dumping, I'm just using the scoop pan on the little Kubota. And I'll just scoop the dirt up, dump it where I need it out in here, and then use the tractor to pack it. I prefer packing it with the tractor with those big wide tires, plus I can see a lot better on the tractor and tell how close I am to rolling into the creek or into the pond. So that's what we're doing. And I don't know if you could tell, but I have noticed it. You may not have noticed it on camera, but I have noticed other people's videos digging, and not just with a Harbor Freight or any towable trencher, but with any excavator. I've seen people when they're digging down, they'll reach way down and basically dig from the bottom up. And I know any of you watching this who have used excavators, you already know this, but for those few who may not, don't do that. Don't start at the bottom. You do whatever you want, but for me, I find it easier, and I know for a fact there's less stress on the machine that you're using, whether it be a $40,000 excavator or a $3,000 Harbor Freight trencher. If you dig from the bottom up, you're really straining the machine. Start at the top, take out a scoopful, and work your way down. But again, I see so many people in videos going all the way to the bottom and trying to dig their way up. And be honest with you, I'm sure I've done that before too, in my youth and my foolishness. But anyhow, that's what we're doing, and I'm not going to bore you with a whole lot more of that. I'll dig some more here and get back with you in a second. But it's a great day here in South Carolina. A couple of days ago, our governor signed into law constitutional carry. So in the future, you'll probably see an arm on my side, in addition to the 2 arms that I was born with. And so if that offends anyone, then you may want to stop watching any of my videos. But we've joined, I think, 28 other states now as constitutional carry. And again, I think it's a great time in our state and in our country for that. And so that's where we are right at the moment. See if I can get a few more things done and get right back with you. Okay, as I gather my breath and clean out my underwear, I'm back. And I'm very fortunate to be back. As you can see, I moved that dirt over to there and have been packing it using that, as I said I would. And I got the bright idea, as I kept backing up and dumping, to get a load and drive around to this side. As I'm looking at the dam, the old part of the dam, and thinking, well, that's a lot wider. I can drive up on that and back right up there and dump a load on this side. And I did. I drove up here to dump that load right there, which I have now spread as I, again, was cleaning my shorts. Because as I backed, this dam is not near as wide as it looks. The dam drops off right there. That's just grass hanging over the side of the dam. The big wide tire, actually the one on the other side, because I was backing in here, the weight in the bucket shifted, the tire dropped into that grass, and the only thing that kept me from flipping over, that hole right there, you can see the bottom, that water there is about 1.5 feet, 2 foot deep. That water is probably 4 or 5 foot deep. That's about a 12-foot hole right there. And I dug it that deep by getting down in there with the Harbor Freight trencher, because you know they'll only reach about 7 or 8 feet, but that hole's about 12 feet. And to show you how close I came to tipping over, as the tractor started to go over, those glasses right there were in the pocket of my t-shirt. And as I went over, those glasses flew out and landed right there. That's how close I came to flipping over. And what kept me from flipping over is as the tractor started moving and sliding that way, I, thank God, had enough sense to hit the lift on the tractor and drop the pan. And when I dropped the pan, it dug into the dirt and the tractor just stopped right there. And I was very fortunate that I was able to cut the wheels, and it's a hydrostat, and just give it a slight amount of forward movement, and she crawled out of there and crawled over here, and then the front end dropped down in that hole, and I almost flipped that way. So that's a long story short to say that I think I'm through for today. That was as close to flipping a piece of equipment as I have come in a long time in my 70 years. But you can see the tractor tires. So here it's wide enough. You're close to the edge, but it's wide enough that I can pack it there. Can't pack it in the middle with the tractor right now. I'm having to use a packer. But thinking that it was going to be wider here, I was not realizing that that was just grass hanging over the edge. I guess because of the water being down for so long, the grass has grown out and hung over. So, speaking of hung over, I'm feeling a little hung over myself. But she's packing, she's doing well. I think we're well on our way to filling the pond up. From here, I'm going to put the 90 in there and put maybe a 3-foot piece of pipe on it. Let the water level come up 3 foot, which would give me about 5 foot of water in there, and in the deep end, and see how the dam absorbs the water. You got dry dirt, it's going to absorb some water and settle and pack some more. So I don't want to fill it all the way to the top and put that much weight and pressure on it. I want to do it gradually. So that'll probably be the next step. And as I'm digging around on the farm, anytime I have extra dirt, I'll be bringing it here and dumping it. And I think what I'm going to do is put the scrape blade on the back of the Kubota and dump the dirt here in a safe spot, and then push it back with the scrape blade gradually as I build it up and pack it. And we'll keep doing that and gradually raise the water level as the dam settles and seals. So that's the game plan. And my heart's still beating fast. But that's where we are, and that's what we're doing. And now we're going to go up to the house and pop a top on a cold beer and maybe break out some of the guns and do some target shooting or something to burn off some of this adrenaline. So I appreciate you visiting us here on the Double M Farm on this beautiful day in March. And we'll talk to you again real soon.